At 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Hi there. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is November 21st, and this time of year is a revolving carousel due to scheduling and holidays. We love people taking time off, but RJ's in today.
Yeah.
Awesome to have you here.
Yeah, glad to be your co-captain for this 9 o'clock adventure. I'm the goose to your Maverick. We just hope it doesn't end the same way that.
Good. Watch our 6. All right, let's talk about what is coming, and that is Thanksgiving and the overindulgence of food. It's just a couple of days away, and after a good meal comes a nap. But do you know why, RJ?
Interesting here. So, well, experts say don't just blame the turkey for your holiday food coma. According to a sleep specialist, turkey contains tryptophan. It's an amino acid needed to make serotonin, which is a feel-good hormone that regulates our sleep cycle, but many other foods contain it.
It is a good feel-good
hormone.
Yeah,
it definitely is. So some of these other foods here include cheese, chicken, egg whites. That's literally everything that I eat all the time. And fish, just to name a few right there, Mark.
Also, don't forget the impact of holiday drinking. However, experts believe it would take about 8 pounds of turkey meat to lull you into a food coma. I would argue it takes less, but that's besides the point. U.S. Department of Agriculture recommends serving 1 pound of turkey meat per person this holiday season. We've known about the tryptophan thing for a while now.
Yeah, I think there was even like an old Seinfeld episode where where Jerry's girlfriend ate a lot of turkey in an effort to play with her toys, I think, at that point. But you know what? I blame the food coma. It's my excuse to not have to wash dishes. That's going to be my excuse. Food coma.
Secret revealed. Secret revealed. Is your wife watching?
She may be watching. Wife Christella.
Somebody's on kitchen patrol the rest of the week. I think it's a combination. I think it's having family around, the overindulgence, having the football on in the background
that too, yeah.
The whole thing. So, and we're looking forward to all of it, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. Can't wait for the turkey.
All right,
all
so
the above.
We're going to talk traffic in a second, and RJ's got that covered because we've got an ongoing incident. But Justin is here. Good morning. And we have a surprise guest for this week. Not such a surprise, but an unwelcome guest in our house here in South Texas.
There's some angry people in the newsroom about this, and they're coming to me about it. Listen, I'm just the messenger. Mountain Cedar showed up today about 10 days early. Typically, when we're talking about the average season, it varies from year to year, but here it is. Mountain Cedar's in a high category. That front yesterday, you know, I thought something was up. I was sneezing all day yesterday, and lo and behold, there it is. Molds are also high, 1,550, so not a good-looking pollen count whatsoever. Start the allergy meds now, if you haven't already. Wind gusts. We're still seeing those, and this is one of the reasons Mountain Cedar was kicked up. Got the strong winds with yesterday's front. We're still seeing gusts 30 to 35 right now. We'll continue to see that throughout the rest of the morning. Now, winds will subside as we head into late this afternoon and this evening. That'll lead to a chilly morning tomorrow. Here's a look at the time lapse. Still got some clouds out there. It's kind of a beautiful sight there as we look at live cam. 58 degrees at the airport, 58 in Braunfels, 54 Bernie and Kerrville, and everyone's looking at a pretty stout northerly wind. Here's our forecast today, noontime 61. We do have clouds at the moment. I think those clouds will begin to clear out. 63 is our high with those breezy to gusty winds calming a little bit later this evening. And then it cools off quickly, 51 at 9 o'clock, and look for 40s by tomorrow morning, maybe even a few 30s around the area. We'll talk more about that, plus our rain chance for Thanksgiving Day. It's coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, guys, and speaking of outdoors, we've been following this developing situation out there in the east side, and it's still ongoing here. We had an oil spill, guys, earlier this morning, so it's been about an hour now that crews have been out there, hazmat crews. So this is on I-10 westbound headed into Loop 410 south. So if you have to maybe make your way around this area, this is the Sam Houston High School area, just be careful. Talked to TransGuide a little while ago. They said that it's still going to be a while before they get this obviously cleared out, because anytime we get fuel on the roads, any sort of hazmat crews out there, definitely want to make sure that they take their time. But again, I-10 westbound traffic headed to Loop 410 south. Oil spill out there, and you can see it's still causing, it's all closed down out there right now, but yeah, it's been causing some major delays out there.
I suppose a lower traffic volume has helped in the sense that
Yes.
we could have seen bigger backups during a routine day?
Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, no school this week. That's good news out there. Maybe a lot of people taking a couple of days off before Thanksgiving. But we were talking earlier, if you got to go to your H-E-Bs around the area or any sort of grocery shopping, just be careful if you have to head out there because it looks like it's going to be closed for a little while.
You will have some company. All right, let's get you caught up on the day's headlines. Here's today's 9 at 9. In the Middle East, a second hospital in Gaza has become a battleground in Israel's war against Hamas. But some good news overnight. A senior Hamas leader says a deal to release more hostages seized by the terror group last month is close, although U.S. officials warn the deal could collapse at any point.
Today and tomorrow will be peak times to fly as millions of people are expected to hit the skies and roads for Thanksgiving. Travel could be impacted by a cross-country storm and other severe weather that could hit major East Coast airport hubs today. There's some good news though. AAA says that rental car prices are down as well as gas prices, and cancellations for flights are also down.
The price tags on food items needed for Thanksgiving feasts this year are a little less expensive compared to last year. The turkey stuffing and vegetables needed to feed 10 people this Thanksgiving cost an average of $61.17, according to the American Farm Bureau Federation. And while that's 25% more expensive compared to 2019, it's a 4.5% drop from last year.
Rent for a single-family home is through the roof, but it's still often less expensive than a mortgage. 3 companies that own a combined 180,000 homes say rents were up about 6% in the last quarter compared to a year ago. But the average mortgage payment, thanks to inflation and higher interest rates, is still more than 50% higher than monthly rent.
Microsoft saw a surge after snapping up ousted OpenAI head Sam Altman to run a research team. Now some of OpenAI's investors are considering legal options after the company's board fired Altman.
The post office is setting higher rates for shipping in the new year. Prices for Priority Mail and Ground Advantage services will jump more than 5% starting on January 21st.
Apple is reportedly set to release its Vision Pro headset in March instead of January, as initially believed. The company apparently needs more time to test the mixed reality device, which has an external battery pack. Vision Pro will cost $3,500.
Amazon is hosting free AI-ready courses. Students will receive 8 courses on Amazon's learning website. They'll learn skills such as the AI technology behind ChatGPT. The goal is to train 2 million people around the world by 2025.
Tinder is revamping its profile pages in the hopes of creating more matches. The changes are also aimed at creating easier starting points for conversations. One new feature allows users to create a quiz about themselves so potential matches can learn more about them. And that's today's 9 at 9. 80 Morning Headlines. Artificial intelligence causing some controversy at the leading AI tech company, which we alluded to. Congress wants to talk to Ticketmaster again after the Swiftie debacle this summer.
Man, what Ticketmaster controversy is this now? Okay, we also have a mysterious dog sickness that's going around and tips to keep your 4-legged friends safe on Thanksgiving. David Sears is
We can't feed them just anything.
No, they cannot get the table scraps. Or some of the table scraps. Right. So you gotta watch your pets. We'll talk about that in just a second. First, let's start with this. Artificial intelligence has created another real problem. This time at one of the big-time artificial intelligence tech companies. We mentioned it in the 9 at 9. Hundreds of employees at the company, OpenAI, ready to just walk out. The reason? CEO at the company got fired Friday, and there were a lot of employees not happy. Sam Altman is the one who got fired. The board of OpenAI said Altman did not do a good job of communicating with the board. According to a report by Bloomberg, it looks like Altman wanted to really push the commercialization of AI, although there's a lot of concerns about technology being unregulated and it could cost jobs and cause security risks. In a matter of hours, Altman was hired by Microsoft. That really infuriated employees. More than 700 said they're going to follow Altman to Microsoft if the board didn't resign and put Altman back as CEO.
We chose to explicitly partner with OpenAI, and we want to continue to do so. And obviously that depends on the people and of OpenAI and staying there or coming to Microsoft. So I'm open to both options.
Once again, AI causing a little mess. Microsoft has now guaranteed all those people who want to leave OpenAI, they get a job, but it's also leaving the door open for Altman to go back to OpenAI. Hey, Congress has more questions for Ticketmaster, like what's going on with your company and all the problems for folks who tried to buy Taylor Swift concert tickets and even Bruce Springsteen tickets. Remember when the Swifties overwhelmed the Ticketmaster website when they went on sale? They went before a Senate hearing to answer questions, but apparently the Senate committee has more questions. Not only did Taylor Swift ticket sales create mayhem, but it was anything but glory days for the Boss fans when they saw how much Ticketmaster was charging for tickets when the company used that dynamic pricing move, getting what they think the market will bear. Remember, some of those Springsteen tickets were $5,000 for that summer tour. Live Nation is the parent company of Ticketmaster, and senators want them to come back to already give up a lot of information. They said they already give up a lot of information, but Congress wants more information, and the company says they've got to be sure that their business practices remain confidential. And finally, this one of those dog owners, if you know someone who is, there is a mysterious illness affecting dogs in several states. Vets and researchers are trying to figure out what it is. Not sure if it's in Texas yet, but be aware it's a respiratory type illness. We know it's in Oregon. They've seen more than 200 cases since August. Washington State's also seen some cases. Some of the symptoms: coughing, sneezing, runny noses and eyes, and fatigue. It seems like an upper respiratory problem, but so far, tests don't really show that. So one thing you should do is make sure your dogs are up to date on their vaccines. And while we are on the subject of dogs, you need to really pay attention to Fido this Thursday, especially on what your dog may be eating. So here's some of the things you want to make sure your dogs avoid. Turkey bones, because they're a choking hazard. So if your dog likes to climb up on the table and grab some of that food, keep the turkey bones away from your dog. Chocolate, onions, garlic, raisins, candy, gums, alcohol. All dangerous for pets. Do not let your dog get in the bottle of wine. Don't do that. So you got to pay attention because your dog could really get hurt. We know there's an employee here who's got a dog who seems to eat a lot of different stuff. And so he's got to really pay attention to that dog. So I'm not calling anybody out, not saying anybody's names, nothing. I'm just saying pay attention to your dog, especially when it comes to Thanksgiving Day.
Do you own a dog, David?
I don't own a dog.
Okay. So you're not talking about, okay.
No, there's somebody here that does, though.
All right.
That's not me. I don't want my wife to get on me for giving her dog.
Same. All right. David, thank you. Right now, we are at 9:10, 58 degrees.
All right, here's a look at what's coming up next on GMSA.
Good morning, guys. It is starting to feel and look a lot like Christmas. We are here. Take a look. Holidays on Houston. We're going to explain what that means, not only for us here on Houston Street, but everyone who visits San Antonio.
Thanksgiving just a couple days away, but people are already getting into the Christmas spirit. The city has a special holiday plan for Houston Street downtown.
All right, so I'm here right now. That means that Max Massey is out there, and he joins us live from what is about to be known as Holidays on Houston. Max, what can you tell us about this new celebration?
Guys, this is exciting. And like you said, we are already getting in the Christmas spirit. Take a look. We got a San Antonio Santa going on right now. This is exciting to say the least. We had Christmas music blasting through the morning. We even had some snow. Don't get me started. Very exciting morning. Joined here with Mark. So, Mark Anderson, what is this activation that we can expect?
This activation is our first ever Holidays on Houston. And it is basically our coordination of every single holiday event that is starting in San Antonio the day after Thanksgiving through early January. But what's really special is that we're creating a Christmas market for local San Antonians and all Texas to spend the December 15th, 16th, and 17th in downtown San Antonio, enjoying our beautiful downtown area, and also celebrating the holidays during the most festive season of them all.
So families watching right now, what can they expect if they come to Houston Street?
They can enjoy Christmas market the 15th, 16th, and 17th, where we're going to have many of our partners and members participating, selling and participating with selling their Christmas goods for the holidays. So a great time to buy Christmas presents. You'll buy trees and wreaths. But we're also going to have the Bear, as in Bear County Polar Express, for our children. That's going to be more, like a hayride experience, taking the kids around downtown San Antonio so they can they're able to enjoy the sheer beauty of the city during the holiday season.
What does this mean for our local economy? What kind of impact can we expect?
Tourism is the third largest industry in our city. So we generate $19 billion, that's with a B, billion dollars, in economic impact for our city and our state on an annual basis. We also employ more than 140,000 tourism and hospitality professionals. So the hope is that this legacy event that's going to be taking place for hopefully in the next 100 years on Houston Street will grow and bring in locals, but also all Texans to enjoy a true European-style Chris Kindle market is the actual word for it. And it's going to be a real great legacy event. And the city's investing in beautifying Houston Street with lights, and it's going to be so festive and wonderful and a great time to enjoy downtown San Antonio.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Before we let you go, though, take a look. We got Elf doing some juggling over here. This is fantastic. What a start to the holiday season, right on cue. I mean, you got San Antonio Santa, you got juggling elves. What else do you need? You got snow. I'm not sure if we're allowed to tell people about the snow, but we got snow out here too. And you might have noticed I'm holding coffee not because it is what seems like sub-zero temperatures, but also we can celebrate holidays on Houston. So guys, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, you want to come join us, we're going to have all that information. Just head to KSAT.com. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Max. And it's a beautiful morning, a crisp fall day here in South Texas. Plane flying right over Loop 410 right now with some of those clouds and lots of blue skies, Justin.
Max was cold. Max is cold. He's from Philly. He should, but
exactly.
But it's San Antonio cold. It's in the 50s. We're getting used to it. We're easing into the cooler weather. We're going to get a chilly morning tomorrow morning too. Let's first start with a look outside. Mark, you mentioned those clouds off in the distance. We're going to see some off and on clouds next few hours, and then we'll go fully sunny by this afternoon and into this evening. 58 right now, northerly winds at 18. Those winds are still strong. We've got some gusty winds, gusting 30 to 35 in some cases. And there's like some of the clouds, passing clouds off and on throughout the rest of, I'd say, the morning. And then these clouds will kind of fade away later today. Temperatures right now, 54 in Kerrville, 51 in Fredericksburg. So it is chilly out there. 60 in Pleasanton, 59 in Kennedy. And a little closer look here at Bexar County, upper 50s, close to 60 at this hour. And temperatures aren't going to warm a whole lot today because we have that good northerly wind. And with those clouds around, I suspect we'll only be up around 63 or so for a high. And again, sunny skies later today with clear skies tonight. Now, one thing we're going to notice with clear skies and winds subsiding, which they will. We'll get those winds gusting 30 miles per hour this morning, and then they'll start to come down a little bit. So with the light winds tonight, clear skies, you know what that means. Perfect combination for radiational cooling. And that means we'll get all the way down to 40, I think, by tomorrow morning. Some places around San Antonio, some of the outlying areas, could be in the 30s. Now, we're not looking for a freeze. Even up in the hill country, it'll be close, but I doubt we get there. But it is going to be chilly, jacket weather tomorrow morning for sure. All right, let's walk you through the forecast here. And this is this afternoon. Notice the clouds go away. Then as we get into tomorrow, perfectly sunny, cool day, but a nice day on your Wednesday with no cloud cover until we get to tomorrow evening. Then clouds will start to surge in from the south. And by Wednesday night, we go cloudy. Now, this shows some showers possible Thursday morning. I think we could. If we see any showers, though, they're going to be really light. So it's not going to cause any big issues for you on your Thanksgiving morning, but just know that if you get some sprinkles or light showers, we have a little piece of energy coming through, and that's a possibility. By midday, though, into the afternoon, rain, any sort of showers goes away, so do the clouds, so we'll clear out. And the second half of Thanksgiving should be pretty nice. So here's what we're thinking as far as the Thanksgiving forecast goes on Thursday. Shower in the morning, lots of clouds, 52 at 10 o'clock, still a chance for shower, then mostly cloudy noontime and then clearing out by the afternoon. We'll be close to 60. It's not a bad Thanksgiving, but there is that opportunity for a shower too. Now let's talk travel forecast. Today, we'll have some issues up across the Northeast, and that'll be the case again tomorrow with an area of low pressure, snow and rain there. So that could cause some travel issues. Otherwise, the rest of the country doing okay. By Thursday, we'll start to see some snow across the mountains. That could cause some problems there. And then we mentioned that slight chance of rain here, a little better chance as you go east. So if you're traveling east out of San Antonio, know there will be some rain there on Thursday. And we'll be watching this system Friday, more snow across the Rocky Mountains. And that will move towards the middle part of the country Saturday with some rain here, maybe snow to the north. And that stretches further east by Sunday. I don't think it'll cause a lot of travel issues, but there could be some. And it will be somewhat damp here, I think, by the weekend, especially on Sunday, which the roads may be a little slick as we get later into the weekend. So here it is laid out in the 7-day forecast. 65 tomorrow, 59 Thursday with that slight chance of a shower early, 66 Friday, and then lots of clouds over the weekend with some chances of drizzle and maybe a few showers on Sunday. And then we get another front on Monday, which will cool us back down. Yeah, staying pretty cool. And here's my hope, is that the mountain cedar goes down and stays down for a while.
Well, it's starting to feel more like Thanksgiving. I know yesterday I went
is.
outside for a run, but that mountain cedar definitely got me.
And
Me too.
we were talking about it in the newsroom, but last year the season was late. This year it's
early.
Yeah.
It's early. And it's hard to predict when it will show up, but those winds were enough yesterday to do it.
Fair. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
921, 58 degrees.
Well, veteran homelessness is an unfortunate situation that we see far too often, but one man is sharing his story to let others know there is hope out there.
The only reason a veteran should be homeless now is because they choose to be. Because there are so many resources that are available to you. Endeavors is the type of organization, if you come and knock, they'll open the door and they won't close it until you're housed.
Welcome back, 925. After 20 years on the streets dealing with addiction and arrests, a local Marine Corps veteran is making sure others know they can break the cycle.
Yeah, very important story here. If you go to the Endeavors Veterans Wellness Center, you'll see a photography exhibit of him and other success stories. Courtney Friedman takes us there to share this man's story.
I wouldn't speak to people, I wouldn't smile. When I first started smiling again, it was hurting for a while.
Marine veteran Vinca Andre Dixon served in the Marines from 1981 to 1987, then 10 years in the reserves. Once he got out, his soulmate of 30 years passed away.
I can't even put it in words how much the pain was.
He used alcohol and drugs to numb that pain, leading him to dark places.
In and out of jail, totally homeless. Really, not every in and out. I was just in a perpetual state of homelessness.
For 20 years.
For about 20 years, yeah.
Like many veterans, the stigma of getting help isolated him even more.
You fix it. You solve it.
This picture was taken the day he showed up at the Haven for Hope shelter, which then led him to Endeavors, where veterans find help with mental health, housing, and more.
Endeavors is the type of organization, if you come and knock, they'll open the door and they won't close it until you're housed.
He's been sober for 5 years now and finally got his apartment 1 year ago this month. His success landed him here on the walls of the Endeavors Veterans Wellness Center as part of the Faces of Strength photography and video exhibit.
Andre, this is amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. And I'm like,
when did you first see this?
a couple of days ago.
Just a few days ago?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
when you saw, look at your smile. You were just talking about
Right?
that. Wow. Okay, what was your first thought when you saw it?
It was like, I started almost crying.
His pride and self-confidence are back to stay, and he wants other veterans to see it.
The only reason a veteran should be homeless now is because they choose to be. Because there are so many resources that are available to you.
So if you're looking at these guys and want to be in their position and want to know what you can do right now, Andre goes to a meeting every single Monday at Haven for Hope. It's for veterans from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and he hopes he'll see you there. From Endeavors, Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Courtney. 927, 58 degrees. A lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
All right, and that includes your morning sports. Will the Spurs ever win another game ever again? It did not happen last night. We're going to break down the highlights. David and myself are going to look back at this one. Tough loss there. Coming up next.
Plus, Tiffany Huerta shows us how Edgewood ISD giving back to the community, especially during the holidays. It's become a holiday tradition for our local police department, handing out meals for families in need. We're seeing some of that back here.
Yeah, absolutely. Tiffany Huerta shares how these acts of kindness are making an impact in the Edgewood ISD community.
Edgewood ISD police officers filled their vehicles with bags of food to surprise families Monday morning.
Because we are the Edgewood ISD Police Department, we do focus on our families. However, when we get word of another family, We don't turn anybody away.
Edgewood ISD Chief of Police Jesse Quiroga and his team stopping by homes to give families a holiday meal.
Here's everything that you need for your. We identify our families through our social workers, counselors, teachers, and nurses in our school district.
Officers began delivering meals last week.
Between our calls for service, they'll be out delivering a meal to our families.
It was nice. I didn't expect this.
Edgewood ISD police officers have been delivering meals for about 9 years, and this year they're delivering to about 250 families.
No me lo esperaba.
Angel Juarez says he was not expecting this and says he will now be eating a delicious meal this Thanksgiving. The police department also handing out turkeys and hams instead of tickets.
So our police officers will identify minor traffic violations, right? And in those minor traffic violations, we'll do a traffic stop, and our point is to do one, educate the public on safe driving, but also build a sense of community. Instead of offering a citation or even a warning citation, what we'll do is we offer you a turkey or a ham.
If it wasn't for the food that is being given to these families, what would happen?
I get a little choked up with questions like that because all I can envision is, people going without, and I just don't want our community to go without.
Quiroga says poverty is high in this community, and they work year-round to provide families different resources.
The majority of our students qualify for free and reduced lunch, and I don't want to sound like a cliche, but it does take a village. We all need to come together as a community to empower each other to help each other out.
This holiday season, the Edgewood ISD Police Department is spreading kindness and joy. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Outside with live cam. Tuesday before Thanksgiving, beautiful day. We typically get visitors this time of year. If you are your first visit to the Alamo City, welcome to the 7th largest city in the country. And Justin has a forecast for our metro area.
Beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful city here in San Antonio. So we do welcome you. We have some clouds this morning. Cold front blew through yesterday. Didn't really feel it during the day so much because temperatures were still pretty warm, but we felt the winds and we know what that brought in. Also brought in some clouds this morning. This is a cool shot. Clouds look beautiful and scary at the same time. I would agree, but these clouds aren't going to bring any rain or anything like that. They are just that, just clouds, and we'll see them fade away by the afternoon. Here's a look at the satellite picture, and you can see some of the clouds still located to our north that will still kind of funnel through during the next several hours before they fade away. We've also got those strong wind gusts out of the north, gusting at 33 at the airport right now, gusting at 35 at Stinson, so they are stout. And the winds, it'll probably take until dinner time for these to completely lay down. And then by tonight, we'll see the winds really slack off, and that means we'll get some cold temperatures by tomorrow. 61 noontime, still some clouds around, and we'll only make it to about 63 or so, but look for some clearing later today. Again, those winds calm a little bit. And then we'll have to worry about a couple of showers Thanksgiving morning, although it's not going to be a big deal. We'll take another look at that forecast for you here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. With Thanksgiving coming up, we want to go over some of the stores that will be open and closed on Thanksgiving. Some of the stores that will be open on Thanksgiving include H-E-B, Bass Pro Shop, Big Lots, and Dollar General, but make sure to check the times they are open because they do vary. Some of the stores that are closed on Thanksgiving Day include Best Buy, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, David Sears, Canyon Lake Feed and Supply also closed. So to see the full list of stores open and closed on Thanksgiving, you can find this article on the homepage of KSAT.com. He's like, what? I own a store? And of course, City will have most of their municipal offices closed on Thursday and Friday for the holiday, but officers, EMS, other public safety workers will be on duty. We thank you for that. The other big thing to remember, trash pickup. Any garbage, recycling, or organic pickup scheduled for Thursday gets bumped to Friday, and any pickups Friday will happen on Saturday. Instead, so if you're wondering about any other city offices open or closed for later this week, check out the article on our website at KSAT.com. losing streak continues for our San Antonio Spurs. David and RJ are here to talk more about a loss at the courtesy of Mr. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers.
wow.
First off, I got the horses feed yesterday, and I got their hay over the weekend. And
All right, that's good.
I was about to ask you, David, about the horses.
the horses are taken
Fed
care
well.
of. Horses are living large.
You know who's
Spurs,
not
not so
living
much.
large yet? Not our San Antonio Spurs. All right, third game, David, of a 4-game homestand now, and the first
Watch this,
back-to-back
watch this.
against the Clips, and that was nice. Okay,
Good.
2 of Wemby's points there,
Yeah.
but it was clearly not enough. Spurs, yes. You know what, Dave, I will say this.
What?
I thought
Go
they
ahead.
were competitive in this game. I thought they played hard, but obviously right now the Clippers just on a different level.
They've been competitive and played hard in every game, and they're on a 9-game losing streak. So here's 2 observations for you.
Okay.
So if you listen to what Pop said after the game last night, he's pleased with where they are. He's pleased with the improvements they're making and blah 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 blah. Now is that just look at that? That's that up and under. That's a 7'3" or 7'5" guy doing that. But anyway, he says he's pleased with where they are. What you hear so much when you're watching broadcasts and you listen to other people talk about the Spurs, oh, they're the youngest team in the NBA. They're the youngest team in the NBA. Well, Trey Jones pretty much debunked that. He said, yeah, we may be young, but we can't use that as an excuse, number one. Number two, when you look at the starting lineup, the only guy in there that's a rookie is Wembanyama. The rest of them actually played a year or two in the NBA. So, I mean, this young thing, just because their age is young doesn't mean they don't have any NBA experience. They've got NBA experience. So, those are just 2 observations.
Okay.
We'll save our soapbox for 20 games in.
Yeah,
Let's see where they are.
we're getting there, David. I mean, obviously, look, I think you mentioned Trey Jones had 5 assists yesterday. Jeremy Sohan had 1 assist. The offense just seems to click better when Trey is in. I think Trey understands how to play the point guard position. That's been very frustrating there as well. And you mentioned the youth right there. That's definitely not an excuse for what we've seen, because we've seen them have big leads. Last night was definitely not the case, but it's been a struggle for sure. And Wemby struggled last night for the most part, but of course that's going to happen. He's going to be inconsistent.
See, like the Clippers last night, they didn't go on one of those big 19-0 runs, 17-0 runs. They just pounded away and pounded away and pounded away. You look up, they're up 28 at one point, and it's like, oh man, and end up winning by 25. Here's one of the guys that I'm really enjoying watching play. Not that I enjoyed all of them, but J.D. Osman.
Yeah, Chetty Osman has looked good. Yeah.
Man, he can fire the 3. He knows how to get to the basket. He's a great guy coming off the bench.
Well, he's a veteran player.
Is it Jetty or Jetty?
Chetty.
See, some people say it's just a J. When he was in Cleveland, their announcer called it just a J. So
okay.
I'll have to ask him.
Well,
if
we're counting on Chetty Osman to win us games, then
but he had 17 off the bench last night, and he can knock down. He's shooting 40-something +% from 3. So he's doing. I mean, it's a guy that you didn't really think about much in the preseason. But man, this kid's coming on playing some pretty good ball.
Real quick, the other thing that I wanted to know is what is going on with Devin Vassell. We have not been given any sort of clear indication on a timeline. He's now missed 5 of the last 8 games or so.
Something like that.
Spurs need Devin Vassell on the floor, and at this point, they haven't given any indication of when he's going to come back.
Well, there's some medical term for he's got a pulled groin.
Adductor.
And something like that. It's like so, and those are hard to come back from.
Yeah.
Pulled groins and hamstrings, or those things can linger a while. So hopefully he'll get back in. So here's the problem: they've lost 9 in a row.
Yikes.
So they got the Clippers tomorrow night at home, and then they're back on the road for Golden State, Denver, back home for Atlanta, then New Orleans, and Houston on the road, and then they're back here for 2 with the Lakers.
Yikes. Okay.
Anyway.
So let's get the one tomorrow. That's the one that we need.
One at a time.
That's going to be the last game of the homestand. Should be an exciting crowd out there. Day before Thanksgiving. Hopefully they could propel these guys. And you know what? Maybe the Clippers will just, Kawhi Leonard, you played last night, brother. Just
have a seat.
Sit out this one.
What do you think they're going to do today? What are the Clippers going to do?
You think Kawhi's going to be showing them the sights and sounds?
Yeah. Take them on a tour of San Antonio, downtown. Here's the river. I don't know, Mark. What do you think?
Oh boy, 9 straight losses.
I would love for. I said I would be happy with one of these to be a win.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get my wish. Guys, thank you very much. It does not, it's not looking great, but we're hopeful. Go Spurs go. 9:41, 58 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9. If you watched the newscast yesterday, we talked about how we liked our Thanksgiving turkey cooked. Well, today we're talking sides. Mashed potatoes or stuffing. We'll show you what some of the KSAT team prefers after the break, but let's take a quick trip over to the zoo.
Yeah, so this is the first time, Mark, that I'm able to do zoo cam, and I was hoping, I guess the hippos are not out today.
Now they were
hoping
actually
the hippos
out
would make an appearance for me yesterday.
We saw them
not
for
the case
first
today.
time that I have ever seen on camera yesterday, but this is the crane exhibit. Always a great day to visit the San Antonio Zoo. We'll be back.
All right, mashed potatoes or stuffing? Both. Ooh, stuffing.
Isn't it called something else though?
AKA dressing.
Stuffing, specifically my mom's.
Dressing.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes.
Easily mashed potatoes.
Oh, both.
Lot of gravy and gravy on everything else.
You gotta go both.
Here for the sides.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if it's pie or cookies, gravy should go on it. I mean,
Why do I have to choose?
Gotta have both.
could be your salad dressing, I am not kidding. Gravy at Thanksgiving just makes everything that much better, in my opinion.
Is that a cornbread cologne, by the way?
Yes.
You smell amazing.
Anyway, remember to count your blessings and take a plate home with you. And Texas Eats and KSAT 12 wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Honestly, the most in-depth interview I've done in recent memory.
You know what, David Elder, he's getting down to the stuff that really matters.
Yeah. But I really do have to have it all. If I'm having turkey, I really do want the stuffing and the mashed potatoes and just a little hunk of that canned cranberry. I don't care what you say. I still like it.
I had a whole thing with him about whether it's called stuffing or dressing.
Right.
Because I've always referred to it as dressing. Turkey and dressing with cranberries.
Right. Yeah. So they used to just shove all that on the inside of the bird. That was the stuffing.
Right.
Now we can pretty much call it dressing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta have it. You gotta have a big plate. So you can fit it all on there.
Right. So what you do now, if you watch your portions and you do smaller, and then you go back 3 or 4 times. Right, Justin?
I'm down with that.
Okay, cool.
Turkey goes right in the middle. Oh, I can't wait. All right. I got to bring this up one more time. If you missed it off the top of the show, molds are high, 1,550. But what's most glaring about this is Mountain Cedar showing up for the first time this season, about 2 weeks early. It's in the high category at 710. That front yesterday, the gusty winds brought it in. So that means the season has officially started. If you're sniffling and sneezing, there's your culprit. Let's go outside for you and take a look at the time lapse here. And we're switching cameras a little bit there. But you see the clouds that have been rolling in. We continue to see them. 58 degrees at the airport, 58 in New Braunfels, 59 in Seguin, 54 both Bernie and Kerrville. And everyone's looking at a good northerly wind right now, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, but gusting higher than that. And we've seen some gusts 30 to 35 in some cases. Here's a look at some of the gusts. Kerrville gusting to 36 right now, gusting to 33 in San Antonio, 35 in Stinson, 35 in Castroville, gusting in 24 Canyon Lake. So it's a windy morning. These winds die down, but it takes until probably this afternoon for that to happen. It is also drawing in some drier air. We've got dew points in the 40s now, so the air is dry compared to yesterday. Remember, it was humid. That front took all that away, and now we're going to see some dry air next couple days at least. Here's a look at the forecast. Clouds stick around through lunchtime, I think. And we'll start to see the clouds kind of fade away a little bit. 63 is our high. It doesn't warm up that much. I mean, we're already in the upper 50s, but 63, 64, that's about all we're going to get this afternoon. With that northerly wind, it'll still feel pretty chilly, although refreshing. Feels nice outside, honestly. Then by tonight into tomorrow morning, we fall all the way down to 40. Clear and cold. We got light winds, clear skies, radiation cooling, a good bet. So for 40 at the airport, know that some of the outlying areas around San Antonio may dip into the 30s. We are not expecting a freeze, but some 30s are possible on the map tomorrow morning. There's a look at the satellite picture, and you see these clouds that continue to stream in from the north. You can definitely tell where the flow is in the upper levels, pushing these clouds north to south at a pretty quick clip. And as we look at the bigger picture here, this whole system stretches from San Antonio out to the East Coast. And this is going to be a problem today. See that purple right there? That's some freezing rain and sleet and a little bit of snow. That's working towards our population centers on the East Coast, which always causes issues, ripple effect with the airports. So just be aware of that. This is the main system today that moves north and east. and again, that we start to lose some of the clouds around here. So our forecast calls for mostly sunny skies by 5 o'clock. Tomorrow should be beautiful. Again, we start off chilly, but sun most of the day until we get late into your Wednesday, and then clouds may try to approach from the south. Clouds up Wednesday night, and then by Thursday morning, a couple of showers are possible. Now, one thing that'll be working against us here is we'll have some pretty dry air at the surface. So anything that falls is either A, not going to make it to the ground, or B, it's going to be really light. So I don't think this is going to interrupt your Thanksgiving Day plans. Just know there could be a few sprinkles and showers around Thursday morning. And then by the afternoon, the clouds and any sort of rain clears out of here. We'll get a pretty nice Thanksgiving afternoon. So here's how it looks in the forecast. We'll bring back our turkey. 10 a.m., 52, 20% chance of rain. Mostly cloudy at noontime, and then some clearing by 4 o'clock. We're only going to reach a high of about 59 or so, so it will still be somewhat cool. 66 Friday. The weekend brings more clouds, brings some showers. I think Sunday could be one of those drizzly type days, just kind of damp. 64, and then we get our next front through on Monday.
Gosh, guys, starting Thursday, I have no idea what we'll do while stuck inside for days and days.
Oh, I know. It's a real conundrum.
Let them shop. Just watch football.
There you go.
Deal.
UTSA is going to be playing on Friday, so that would be a great great excuse to be able to just hang out on the couch.
Amen, brother. I like the way you think. 10 till right now, 58 degrees.
All right, one of the largest tortoise species in the world will soon call SeaWorld home. When we come back, Mia Montgomery is introducing us to these amazing creatures.
SeaWorld San Antonio is soon getting a new exhibit specifically for Aldabra tortoises, just like Poca and Toka.
Toka here is 58 years of age, and Poca is 44 years of age. And the Aldabra tortoise which is known as the longest lived land animal on record. One of the animals is a confirmed 191 years old this year. They do have the ability to get larger. They have the ability to get upwards of around 700 pounds. That's the largest Aldabra tortoise on record. Aldabra tortoise is native off the east coast of Africa. It is a tropical island chain, so it is very hot there. It's very hot, very humid. So most of San Antonio's weather matches right up with that. Aldabra Island is going to allow guests to do what we're doing right now. So it's going to allow for that Aldabra tour. So you're going to be able to go in with our Aldabra tortoises. You'll be able to kneel down right like I'm doing right now, give them a nice little neck scratch. You can we'll allow you to feed them, take pictures, learn about the ecology, learn about the niche that these animals have in the wild, and some of the challenges that they have out in the wild as well, because they are a protected species out in the wild.
For more information on this exhibit or SeaWorld San Antonio, you can head to our website, KSAT.com. Mia Montgomery, KSAT 12 News.
In just a matter of minutes, city officials will be making a big announcement about a new holiday celebration in downtown San Antonio. It's being called Holidays on Houston.
All right, we saw juggling elves, we saw Santa in a cowboy hat. Max may be doing something out there, and earlier in the show, he's also going to have an update on the news at noon. But if you'd like to watch the press conference live, we will be live streaming this beginning at 10 a.m. so you can watch the announcement and learn more about this celebration on KSAT.com.
It's a little windy. Did you see that? Everything's blowing around. We got gusty winds out of the north. Those winds will subside this afternoon, but know that it'll be pretty blustery this morning. Still looking for a small chance of a shower early Thanksgiving morning.
RJ, thanks for stepping in. We've enjoyed having you.
Yeah, it's been fun. Traffic, news, love to be with you.
Do it all.
That's right. He's going to be cooking for all of us later today. He's just that talented.
Have a good one, y'all.